Okay, hi everybody. Here is an example of what I did for this assignment. Now we're going to change the rules on this assignment a little bit, but I wanted to give you an idea of this. Originally, this assignment was called 24, and indeed you'll see that in your folders, the 24 assignment. So here are my 24 pictures. Now you will not be doing 24. Please do not upload 24 pictures in your folders, okay? We're going to call this, your best 10, something like that, okay? So 10. So I went to the Great Lakes Cemetery a couple of years ago when they had all the flags out for Memorial Day. And I just kind of started going through a variety of shot angles and looking for interesting perspectives and interesting aspects of the patterns and the beautiful symmetry with which they lay out the cemetery and have all the names beautifully inscribed on here. So I just started looking around to a variety of situations, trying to find something I thought looked cool. Right? One flag down the row, the flag's in the background, and I just saw one flag sticking out. I thought, well, I can put on a little bigger lens or zoom in a little bit and get really shallow depth of field and just have the one flag. So that looks cool. Down the rows looks cool. I saw some geese walking by. I thought that was kind of interesting, right? And then I started seeing, the topography of this, and a couple of the headstones were standing up a little higher than others because the ground undulates a little bit. And also saw down the rows. That looked cool. But that really caught my eye, how kind of one headstone stuck out a little bit from the others, right? So I continued on, trying a variety of different camera angles and different camera positions. Oops, I'm jumping ahead here. There we go. Back to where we were. Okay. Different camera angles, different positions. I saw this one person out here looking for somebody. And again, I saw that whole idea, one headstone sticking up, and that I could focus on that and use shallow depth of field and kind of take advantage of all of the beautiful geometry of all the headstones in the distance. And then put on a wide lens and shot ones like this. Got closer, different view of David Oliver. You can see these are right out of my camera. I have not edited these pictures at all. You can still see dirt on my sensor there. Right, got closer to Sergeant Oliver, got really close. Took another wide view. I love, again, the patterns and the geometry of this. I think the symmetry of this is just beautiful. And then, section 1, which is where I was. That's the area that I took all my pictures in, was in section 1. Then I picked out one picture and turned it to black and white and did a little bit of Photoshop work on it, darkened the background, and made William Butler here stand out. I picked kind of one and entitled this One Among Many. So that's what I want you to do, is kind of pick your 8 or 9 or 10 best, and then pick out one that's really your favorite, or mark that one with a different designation in your folder that this one's your favorite, okay? So, you can shoot 24 pictures, but please don't turn 24 in. I won't be able to download all of those. It'll take me a whole day to download just this one assignment in this one class, because it takes about 4 or 5 seconds excuse me, per picture to download them. So that would be a lot of pictures to try and download for all of you. So you get the idea. Also on YouTube, Bob Teaches Photo, there's an example of me doing this assignment in the studio with some small still life setups, so something that you could do yourself. Set up a still life somewhere in the basement or something like that, put some light on it. I'm going to caution you that about the smallest thing you should try and do is a guitar. It's hard to get 24 views. Now you're only going to do 10, so maybe a guitar would be okay. Pianos, instruments, bicycles, motorcycles. A car can be good, but simply don't just walk around the outside of the car and take 24 pictures, or in this case 10 pictures, right? That's not very visually interesting or exciting. Look for the mud splashes behind the tires on the fenders of the car. Look for some of the rust on the car. Look for some details in the engine compartment, some dirt, or something like that. So look for some reflections in the glass, or shoot through one window to the other window and frame the house across the street. Do something creative with this and have a lot of fun with it. So you certainly, again, can take 24 pictures, but please only post like 9 or 10 and pick your one favorite. And if you want to do some Photoshop work on that one like I've done here, then that's totally appropriate. Okay, so good luck with this assignment, and we'll see you next week.